Hello, goobers. It is me, your favorite goober. So, I thought of my fifth song title for the Mister album I've been talking about. If you don't know, Mister is an album that I want to make, and it's about me. I am the Mister in question, and all of the songs are different aspects of my life. I have quite a few now, but I originally had just one, and that original one was called Mr. Nobody. And while I'm not really confident on the topic of Mr. Nobody, the vague idea is that everybody's kind of a nobody. And so I wanted to kind of talk about that and how that relates to me and how, fitting in with everybody isn't really necessary. We're all just nobodies and you don't really remember anybody. We all change, you know? You're always just nobody. It's a little dull of a topic, but I'm going to try to make it less sappy. It's why I'm not confident with the topic. But you have Mr. Made Up, which is about a part of my life that is interesting, right? I don't want to talk about it yet because it's a little embarrassing, but eventually I'll I'll talk about it. Mr. Dreamer is about just my my ambitiousness and my inaction, right? I mean, this video series is completely contradictory to my previous statement, but I really don't take that much action to complete my goals, right? And Mr. Dreamer reflects that because I keep being a dreamer, right? I'm not a doer. And even though I'm trying to do a little bit, which is what these videos are, just the bare minimum, little bit, right? Before these videos, I would just do nothing. Sometimes I'd do something, but these videos force me every day to do just a little something, right? But Mr. Dreamer is about my ambitious nature and how I keep dreaming and don't really put enough action into my day to day to achieve my goals. And then Mr. Maybe is about the indecisiveness that I find myself uh, having. I I tend to be quite the maybe kind of guy. So a lot of things in my life I've just said, yeah, I guess I'll do that. Yeah. But it's never really been, yes, I'll 100% do that. It's been, ooh, I'll do that. Ooh, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I can try that out. I don't really know. Right? A lot of indecision, not a whole lot of conclusiveness with what I want to do. And one of the biggest areas that I can say that has been like that is my career life is very indecisive. Very, oh, maybe I'll do this. Oh, maybe I'll get a job here. Oh, maybe I'll apply to that. Maybe I'll want to work here. I mean, I have flip-flopped ideas for jobs so often. It's like, what are you doing, man? Just pick something. Go for it. And I did pick something, and I'm going for it. But if you've seen yesterday's video, you'll know potentially not going well. And lastly, today I came up with a new one, Mr. Bygone, and that's, well, most of these are pretty self-explanatory. I think Mr. Nobody is kind of self-explanatory. I think I need to just find what I want to do with that song. But, Mr. Bygone is about parts of me that are no longer, right? I have not lived the longest life. I'm only 19 and a half, right? In a handful of months, right? This June, right, I'll be 20. And so, even though I haven't lived that long, I can still confidently reflect and say that I have changed quite a bit over the years, right? I don't think I've ever really been the same every single year. Maybe there's a lot of similarities, but ultimately, I really think it's fair to say that I change. Even in the smallest ways that are impactful still, that I change, right? And so Mr. Bygone kind of reflects that. And there's some things about me that have changed that, maybe I don't like. Maybe there's a path that I see myself going down and I don't want to continue that. I'd like that to be a bygone in the future. So Mr. Bygone uh, reflects parts of me that have changed, both good and bad. I think that'll be interesting. And if you've heard me yapping about this album, you'll know that I believe song albums should be at a minimum 5 songs. I've achieved that now with today, having come up with Mr. Bygone. However, a part of me would like to bump that number up. I would like to do more with this album. I don't want to oversaturate it though. I think there's only so many topics I can be introspective about uh, on a meaningful level before I start getting into niche things that really aren't necessary to talk about on an album that I would kind of like to take seriously in a way, because it is about me and I like to put uh, some effort into that. With that being said, though, I think that's really everything. I don't really have much more to add, so I will take this time to exile myself from this video. Good night and good luck, my fellow abyss dwellers. Peace out. Alright. Bye bye. Also, Monster Hunter Wilds is freaking amazing.